And we're live. Hello and welcome everyone to the Challenge Trivia Game Night number 2. Already stuttering. That's great. Love that for us. Tonight we have 3 reality TV content creators stepping up to take on the challenge, to be crowned the Challenge Trivia Champion by the end of the night. Yes, my mic is not muted. Let's take this opportunity to meet our 3 competitors. We have a representative who loves to talk about all things real life and reality TV. On her podcast, she and her 2 co-hosts talk about a ton of reality TV shows, including The Challenge, Real World Homecoming, All Star Shore, The Circle, Bachelor franchise, and much more. No show is off limits. As of tonight, their podcast has over 50 episodes and counting. From the Reality Served Real podcast, please give a warm welcome to Christina.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited for this. Nervous, but excited.
Yes. Thank you for agreeing to come on. It's actually funny because on social media, we've actually followed each other for quite a while. And then when you started a podcast, I was like, oh, I got to check that out. And then when Trivia Night number 2 came up, I was like, I would love to get a representative from somebody on social media that I followed, but somewhat just like talked to in passing, like about Survivor, or we got tagged in like some Survivor conversation. So thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Our next guest is ready to flex his brain muscles and show everyone why he is known as the Challenge Historian. Also, he is bringing in fear to the other competitors. On his YouTube channel and on various podcast services, he has recapped not only recent seasons of the Challenge as they premiere, but he also has done multiple rewatch and recaps of past seasons of the Challenge, going back all the way to season 1, along with creating fantasy casts, interviews, and much more content. Please give it up for Jacob, the Challenge Historian. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What up, friends? How we doing? That was
Doing
an
quite
unbelievable
well.
intro from you, Drew. The GOAT of challenge content making, the OG of challenge content making in my book. It's an honor to be here with you and Christina and our next esteemed guest as well.
All right, plus 5 points to Jacob already. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming here. It's been a while. I've been wanting to have you on some form of content, and I thought, what better content than a trivia game night? And it's already there's already some like nerves going around in this call with you being known as the Challenge Historian. Do you think you are the one to run away with this?
I don't think so. I call myself the historian because my little claim is always that, it's TJ's final, but they're my record books. I'm like the official for anything to be, the best ever, this, that, or the other. I've got to say it. No one else had claimed that throne. And so I was like, that's me. But I need to rewatch everything before I make any of those claims. I've got to rewatch it 10 times over. So the memory isn't what you might think of a historian of something is. But if given the chance to rewatch all of it, I can give you the declarative final statement on who, what, anything that is the best, worst, anything of that nature. So we'll see.
Okay.
The more everyone else says they're scared that this historian's here, the more I'm nervous that I'm going to have to give someone else this sweatshirt by the end of the night and, give up the moniker. So we'll see how it goes.
You heard it here. The prize is Jacob's sweater, and maybe he'll just win it back and get to keep it. It would be a lot less packaging and delivery fees on our end. And finally, our third competitor for tonight needs no introduction, but she'll get one anyways. She is someone who loves to watch reality TV with a nice glass of Stella Rose before she gave it up for Lent. You know it. Oh, you name it. She watches it, and she's not holding back her 2 cents. What shows does she like to talk about? How about The Challenge, Survivor, Big Brother, RuPaul's Drag Race, Ready to Love, Real Housewives of Potomac, The Circle, and many more from Kiss My Cheeks TV. Welcome back to the channel, Angie.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Drew. I'm always in the chat for a good game night, and I'm always getting the answers wrong. But if I'm wrong, I plan to still be funny. So that's my goal for tonight. But I would like that sweatshirt. It's nice.
I can send not this sweatshirt to you. You don't have to have the one I wore. I can send a different one that looks the exact same.
I don't know. I think the sweat stains that you'll get if you start losing would probably be something to remember.
That's all too true. We're gonna keep these arms down for the rest of the season, just to make sure.
That's why I'm layered. I'm not wearing just a gray shirt here. I'm wearing a layered flannel so everybody can see my brow sweat and not everywhere else. But I thank you all for joining. Thank you, chat, for being here. Everyone who is being here on a Saturday night, March 4th. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this later, thanks for checking it out at some point. So tonight we will be playing 3 trivia games where all the questions are based around the challenge. The person with the most points at the end of the night will be crowned the challenge trivia champion. Are you ready to get to our first game, or does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns?
Ready to go.
Ready.
Ready.
All right, let's get to the first game, which is called 20 Questions. This game is simple. I will ask 20 questions to everyone, one at a time, of course. You'll write your answer down, and once everybody is ready, you'll reveal your answers. Every question is worth 1 point. Now, because the World Championship is about to premiere, I have split the questions into 4 categories: Argentina, Australia, UK, and USA. Some questions are about the global spin-off seasons, but not all. Mostly the questions are random trivia questions that are connected in some way to the location of players from the group's theme. Everybody understand?
I think so.
Started scaring me. I was like, no one has got to see Challenge Argentina yet. Like, I don't know how we're going to answer questions about that, but I get it. Lots of challenges happened in Argentina, I think. So,
yes.
At least
quite a few.
Yeah, geez.
We're going to start off with the easy one. We're going to start off with the Challenge USA. Question number 1. The Challenge USA set a record for the most DQs in a final. How many DQs were there in total, and who was the first to be disqualified?
In the final.
In the final.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome, everybody.
Wait,
Thank you for
in
being
the
here.
actual... Okay.
Yes, in the final. Like, everybody
Everyone who
arrived to the final.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody who...
They arrived to the final or participated in the final?
On Challenge Wiki, there are a certain number of people that are said to be a finalist, but then there's players that were DQ'd.
Good clarifying question right there. Already got
Welcome,
the first
everybody.
scribble on the board of, wait, we're way wrong here.
Okay. Hopefully I understood you right, because I know both answers.
We're starting off with a tongue twister and a mind altering question to really scare everybody. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Saturday night. Hopefully this is going to be fun. All right, let's start off with Christina. Oh my gosh, why am I only on there? Christina, what did you write down for your answer?
Okay, so I wrote down my answer, and then I also wrote the other answer just in case I'm wrong, but like of how I interpreted it. But I put that there were 6 finalists and that it was Ben who was the first one eliminated, if that means like after TJ said you made it to the final, or if it's like actually competed in the final, because he didn't compete, it would be 5 and it would be Angela. But my final answer is 6 with Ben.
Okay. How about Jacob? What do you have?
I'm going to upgrade to a bigger board, so it won't be this small. But I have 8 in Ben, and you can see I scribbled out. Ben arrived to that final, but then was told to go home because of his shoulder injury. So I think that counts. But if not him, there was 2 others that quickly got DQ'd after him. But I think 8 people got DQ'd because I thought there was maybe 10 people total and only 2 finished. But I don't remember if there's 8 or 10 went there. So 8 and Ben.
All right. Angie?
Okay, I thought it was 8 people too. I'm gonna have to take my green screen off. Hold on. But on my board, I said 6 people DQ'd, and I said the first person out was bending his shoulder.
Okay. Let's go with see what the answer is. It was 8 and Ben, because everybody got DQ'd from the season or quit in that season, aka a DQ, and it was only 2 players finished it. So it was Sarah and Danny.
Oh, so there were 10 in the final.
There was 10 total in the final.
Gotcha. That's where I was wrong.
I thought it was
quickly
8.
after
Ben
TJ
was Enzo and Desi then were next, right? Because Enzo didn't even do the opening swim. I'm still so mad.
That's what I'm forgetting.
Desi's such a queen. She did not deserve that. No one deserved it, but certainly not her.
Yeah, everybody took 10 players took the plane ride over to the island, and then quickly 7 people were left in the game in the first 30 seconds. So right now, Angie gets 1 point, as well as Christina, because they both got Ben. And then Jacob gets 2 points for getting Ben and 8. I know I said all the questions were worth 1 point, but that was double. So I thought I'm bending my own rules right in the beginning. So this is cool. That's great.
There's a time to do it. It's the first question.
Yeah, set a precedent. This is my game, and I'm going to break all my rules. Which the Challenge USA competitor or competitors won the most daily challenges and made it to the finals? There were 2 players that tied for the most daily wins and made it to the finals. Since there's 2, I went back and looked back at it. I'll go double check myself. But since there are 2, I will give 1 point for each named. Because again, I'm breaking my own rules. Wow, that's a weird way of doing it. Yep. All right. We'll go in a different order this time. Jacob, you're up first. What's your answer?
I got Tyson and Angela. I couldn't remember Angela, or maybe someone tied her, but I know they won like 2 of the first 3, so they had to have ended up with the most, right?
Okay. Angie?
I didn't know for sure the answer, but I remember Tyson and Angela being in that boardroom the most, so I picked them.
Okay, and Christina?
Unanimous. Tyson and Angela.
Crushing it. Tyson and Angela is correct.
Nice. Okay.
Good job.
I can't remember. I thought Alyssa might have like caught up with Angela at some point, but there we go.
Sadly, she did not make it to the final. So close. Yeah. Close. She got in a pole wrestle, and it was really bad. I think, okay, we're done with the Challenge USA. Here we go. Let's go on to a random trivia questions of the challenge in the USA. What season of the challenge was the first to take place solely in the USA?
I feel like it's possible that I know where it was. I could be wrong, though, but I can't think of what season it was.
It's another. I almost want to ask about the wording, but I don't, because, yeah, but I'm a little torn. Shit.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say.
Maybe next trivia. That's a good idea though. But also I'm not asking just like random trivia questions about like currency and stuff, like who's on the nickel or anything like that, which is always a fun question when you have people get it wrong. All right, everybody have an answer?
Yes.
All right. Angie, what season of the challenge was the first to solely take place in the USA?
No clue.
Oh.
I have no idea.
You had 1 of 38 chances. It's all good, though. This is a difficult one. Christina.
Okay, total guess here, but I'm going to say seasons. Battle of the Seasons.
Okay. All right. And Jacob?
I went with Challenge 2000, Season 3, and I was super duper torn. I feel like it might be 2 or 3, and if it's not, then it's the Gauntlet.
Well, I'm sad to say that nobody got this answer correct or this question correct. It was actually Season 2, Real World versus Road Rules. The first season they started in Montreal and then went to Auckland, but then in the second season they traveled around, but they stayed in mainly just the US, going from like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then Midwest to back to Los Angeles. Like they didn't go very far in that season.
Man, I was thinking they like hit Canada at some point for some reason, so I went with Season 3, but close call.
It was very close. Very close. Johnny Bananas will be featured in the Challenge World Championship. What U.S. state is Bananas' hometown in? And I took this off of the Challenge wiki page for the Johnny Bananas. So if they got it wrong, take it up with them. All right. Looks like everybody got an answer. Christina, what U.S. state is Bananas' hometown in?
California.
All right. Jacob?
I said Massachusetts. I have no idea. He seems like a Boston bro sometimes, though, but I know that's CT, but...
Okay. All right. And Angie?
I think me and Jacob were on the same wavelength. I said Gym Tan Laundry, New Jersey.
Oh, man. That is... you know what? I can't hate on that because I totally get those vibes as well. But it is indeed California. Christina gets the point. I actually thought... I was actually confused on this one because when I made this question, I thought it was Philadelphia or Pennsylvania because he went to Penn State, since I know that about his Real World audition tape. But it was actually California.
So this is weird and I probably shouldn't admit it, but one time when I was in California, I was with a friend and he knew where Johnny Bananas grew up and we drove by his old house, which I think actually might still be his current house, but yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I knew that.
Sweet deal. Hey.
You don't have to feel weird about that at all. I once chased Johnny Bananas down in a kayak on the Chicago River, like actually chased him in a kayak. He was on a boat. That's how I met him once upon a time. He somehow, against, maybe his reputation, was super chill and kind about a crazy guy in a kayak yelling at him while he was trying to film a TV show on a boat, and like hung out and let me park my kayak and come up on land and chat with him for a while. He was super nice and gracious and didn't think I was a crazy person. So I don't think driving by his house, you have anything to worry about.
Sweet deal. That's awesome. I love these stories. I don't have any stories of my own. I think this is the final question in the USA category. What was the last challenge season to take place in the USA?
Oh my goodness.
I actually had to double check this today, and I actually got it wrong so I had to actually go through it. But yeah, this one is very tricky. I wanted this to be the last one, so let's see who can get this one. Yeah, I'm double checking again. All right, yeah.
Locations have to be one of the hardest trivia parts.
Yeah, I'm so
This is
bad for locations. I'm gonna fail this whole category.
This was a big blind spot in my knowing about the challenge. I know a lot about it, but when it comes to locations, I have no idea what seasons go where or where they took place.
Yeah, especially, I mean, a couple of the earlier seasons in the teens when they always like said, welcome to beautiful whatever, every daily challenge. You like kind of,
Yeah.
They kind of highlighted the area, but anything more modern, they don't like highlight the area they're in anymore or try to, boost tourism or anything like that.
I was about to say, I think it's because they were always in a resort and they always needed to like say it like, oh, this is Chili's resort in lovely.
It was contractual. Very
much
so.
All right, it looks like everybody has an answer down. Jacob, what was the last challenge season to take place in the USA?
The Gauntlet, season 7, Colorado, Telluride.
All right, Angie?
I just guessed that. I put a sad face. I said, I thought everything was outside of the U.S., but then I put Gauntlet for yes to the side.
Okay. And Christina?
Okay, so since I had no idea about this one either, and I just guessed, and on my first guess for the first challenge, I guessed seasons 1 and was wrong. I'm probably wrong on this one too, but I say tried and true and put seasons 2.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, nobody got it correct because I did the same thing. I thought it was Gauntlet.
I'm so excited.
Telluride, Colorado. It's actually season 9, Battle of the Sexes 2, which took place in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
I knew that there was one in New Mexico.
I love that season. It's a horrible season, but I love it so much.
Yeah, this is the one that got took me out of it because when you look up anything on Control F anything on the Wikipedia page, it didn't pop up because of Mexico in the name. So when I had to go back through it today, I was like, oh my gosh, season 9 was the last time. So yeah, I totally would have said season 7 if I wasn't putting this on. So don't feel bad about that. All right, let's go to the UK.
All right.
How many players who were actually from the UK were crowned champion of War of the Worlds 2? All right, Angie. How many were crowned?
1, Rogan.
All right, Christina?
1, Rogan.
And Jacob?
Also Rogan, who I love and miss, and they should bring back, along with Joss, bring back Jogan.
Yes.
All right. And everybody's correct. It is 1, and it was only Rogan. The other 2 were 2 Americans and an Australian, part of the UK team. That was really, really fun. I love that. I just love always bringing that up. Let's move on to how many dailies did Team UK win on the challenge War of the Worlds 2?
Oh my goodness. Did they win? Did they win 1?
All right. We're going to go to Christina. What do you have?
Guess here. I guessed 2. I know that there were not many.
Yes. Now I'm also questioning how many did they win. We're going to go with Jacob. How many did they win?
I went with 4. I feel like the US let them win 1 or 2 somewhere in the back, so they at least maybe got to 4, but total guess. It was a low number.
All right, Angie.
I was with Christina. I said 2, not many.
Ooh.
It was indeed not many, but sadly nobody got it correct. It was 3.
Oh,
Dang it.
right in the middle.
I was waiting for somebody to just split it down the middle, but yeah, it was only 3.
But are we counting the ones the other team let them win?
I mean, technically it's a win.
Yeah.
A win is a win.
Their U.S. players went home.
Yes. All right. What are the names of the 2 brothers who competed on the Challenge UK?
No.
I hope people watched the Challenge UK, at least the first episode.
I've seen the first episode, but I don't remember.
I did 7 podcasts in 7 days about this show, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
like ending yesterday or a day and a half ago, and I'm starting to blank pretty hard right now. I was like, how is this possible? I binged this in the last week.
You did more podcast episodes of the Challenge UK than there are episodes of the Challenge UK, which is very impressive.
To be fair, my preview podcast was literally reading a blog post that just said what shows each of the people was on prior, and I was like, "That's all we got. That's your preview. That's who these shows are." So, I remember their last name. Does that count?
I would like their first names.
Fair enough.
All right, Jacob, what do you have? Who do you have?
It was AJ and Curtis Pritchard.
All right, Angie.
I could not get past episode 1, but I saw plenty of sibling black eyes.
Okay, and Christina.
I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I got Tristan here and AJ.
All right. I mean, I could see that. I could see why you would think that, but it is indeed AJ and Curtis Pritchard, the Dancing Bros.
I only
Dancing with
watched
the
one
Stars.
episode.
I only watched 1 too. And
You got to watch the rest.
Where are the Australia questions? I watched that one.
I'll be.
So many people got DQ'd episode 1. So many people got hurt by that water.
That was rough. I'll be honest, that was rough. My favorite part of the Challenge UK's episode 1 is them showing a preview to what's to come the rest of the season. I was like, you're just showing the whole season because there's only like 4 more episodes after this. So I know who's in the finals just from this preview.
There's a reason they didn't really have a trailer for that season. They kind of couldn't have a trailer for that season.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's worth watching if you got to finish it. It's really good. And Nathan in particular is one of the best Challenge cast members in a long, long time. So watch it for him.
I love him. Theo holds the record for the most money won by a non-champion man. How much has Theo won on the challenge? And this is Theo Campbell, who will be on the Challenge World Championship, making his triumphant return. All right. If everybody has an answer written down, let me just double check. Yep. Okay. We're going to go with Angie. How much has Theo Campbell won?
This is a hard one. I know he came in second place, but I have no clue what the second place prize pot was. So I'm assuming if Turbo won 750, Theo won 200. That's my guess.
Okay. All right. Christina.
I use that logic too, especially since on the reunion recently, Nani said that she helped him win the 750,000. It helped me to remember that. I'm guessing the price pot though was $1 million, so I'm gonna say 250,000.
Okay. All right. And Jacob.
I think Angie's got it. I said 100K. I think Wes got 50 for third place. I was confident on that, and I couldn't remember how much Turbo got. And I think Angie nailed it that Turbo got 750, which would leave 200 for Theo. So I think I'm wrong.
Nani reminded us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nani, for
that. Flawed logic, but yeah, definitely reminded everybody. And I would never do this to anybody, including myself, with or without taxes. It's going to be what TJ said they won on the TV, and it was $200,000.
Nicely done, Angie.
Thank you, Nani.
Shout out to the challenge wiki page of putting this little factoid in his bio, because I had no idea he holds the record for the most money won by a non-champion man, at least, with 200K, which is very impressive. There's some people that are champions with 250K to their names, and that's pretty incredible.
The Challenge UK folks just won 50,000 for their mini season, so he won more getting second on a real season than they just did, winning.
I mean, I'll be honest, that final is worth all that money. Every penny was worth that. Who is the first competitor from the UK to play on the challenge? This is a very tough question. Or it could be an easy one. Love seeing everybody play along in the chat. Thank you so much for being here and playing along, testing out your own skills here. A lot of people are getting these right. Congratulations, 200K. That is a really good one. Good job.
Dang, it's just one. Oh.
The first competitor, just one. The first ever competitor.
Oh, wait. Shit.
I don't know if it's that big of a trick question. But if CT had a British accent, it would be game over. I mean, he'd be Zaddy on top of Zaddy on that one. All right. Does everybody have an answer written down? We will go to Christina. Who'd you write down?
I wrote down Kyle. I feel like there were more than just Kyle that season, though, so I think I'm wrong, but I wrote down Kyle.
Okay. Jacob?
So you just said it wasn't that much of a trick question, so I think I'm wrong here because I went a little too deep with it. Neil from season 2 is British and European and was from real world Europe or London or whatever. And he was on season 2 of the challenge, as was Antoine on season 3. So I don't know if they count or not, but they were British men that were on the challenge.
Okay. And Angie, who'd you write down?
I knew I was wrong. I had Jenny, then I quickly switched to Big T, but once you said Kyle, that makes more sense.
All right. The answer is Neil Forrester from season 2. Jacob got it correct, showing off that historic brain. I got a lot of Kyles in here, but no, it was not Kyle. It was Neil. I even had to look him up. He has like a Wikipedia page, which is congrats to him. Not a lot of these players get Wikipedia pages. So
what did he do after the show?
Yeah.
What earned him that wiki page? Did you read it?
He was born in the UK. That's what happened.
That's how far you read. Got it.
Welcome, Charles. Thank you for being here, hanging out. All right. Let's move on to Australia. Christina wanted, and so we're going to Australia. Here we go. Troy and Kiki won the Challenge Australia. Spoiler alert. Name the 2 shows they are from. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's been out for a little bit. I'm sorry. Let's go with Jacob. What are
Troy
their
Ninja
shows?
Warrior and Kiki the icon herself from The Bachelor.
All right, Angie.
I knew Troy was Ninja Warrior, but I said Kiki was Love Island. I knew it was a love show.
Okay. Not bad guess. Not a bad guess. And Christina.
Troy is from Ninja Warrior, and Kiki is from The Bachelor.
Good job. I gave Angie 1 point, and Christina and Jacob both 2 points for that one. Good
Could
job.
you
Yeah.
imagine them switching shows?
No, I could not.
No.
Troy just like climbing the Bachelor mansion.
Troy as the Bachelor, man. I would tune back in a heartbeat.
All right. According to the news.com.au, very specific, how many total viewers watched the Challenge Australia finale when it aired? I got that. I made sure to put my source in here because they have a specific number. It's a specific round number, but it's still a number. That's the best I got. It's a number. That's what I said. Good job. Also, we got Jacob fan in the chat. Cowboys fan, 1987. Congratulations. All right, let's get through this. Angie, I think we're up for you first. What do you got?
I have no idea. So a nice round number would be 1 million.
Okay, that is a round number. Definitely good. Christina, what do you got?
If I remember right, it was like actually the finale when it aired.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to change my answer. Because didn't it get canceled mid-season?
So what are you?
So wouldn't it be 0?
You can say 0 if you want to.
If it got canceled mid-season, which I think it did, then the answer is 0. But hey, I'm gonna go with 0. And that's not what I had on my board. But now that I'm like thinking about it, I think that it got canceled.
Okay. And Jacob.
I'm very interested in the answer. It got canceled from live television, but sent to like the streaming version of the channel. So I don't know if that registers, but I remember 96,000 was a number that was in my head from like seeing how bad the ratings were. But I know it went from like 500,000 to like 300 to like 200 to like under 100 in like 3 episodes. And I know it went to the streamer. So 0 might be the answer.
I put 70 on my board, but I think that it got canceled. So
very intrigued.
All right. So according to news.com.au, the total number of viewers who watched the Challenge Australia finale when it aired was 10,000 viewers, a historic low for a finale of a show ever. It got 0 total viewers in Brisbane, which is a very big city. So it got absolutely nobody watching it when it was airing. But I could see where everybody was saying 0.
It was really, really good. It was a really good season challenge.
It was better than 38, I thought.
I agree.
I think it's because they're used to like their reality shows are like what our reality shows were 7 to 10 years ago, as far as like a little messier drama. And so this wasn't really clicking with their fans versus us who are a little starved for like some of that old school like messiness and just fun personality. We're like, this is great. What else? Show it to us. Put it live on CBS. We'll watch it.
I also think that it has to do something with like who was casted as well on the show or cast on there. Cause I know that a lot of people were hoping for a lot of Survivor or Big Brother players, and they got a lot of like Married at First Sight and Bachelor, like dating shows. Name the 2 women to win eliminations against D. And this is only because we haven't had a lot of Australian representation on the challenge. So I chose a question that's like Australian adjacent. He didn't cheat on his wife. He cheated on his almost wife. Not yet wife. But yeah, that was pretty messy. He did good, though. Kieran did well. Wish he was on World Championship. Honestly.
Yeah, they messed up one of those choices of the MVP male from that season, but
I agree. All right, if everybody has an answer written down, we're going to go with Jacob first.
I got Jenny West and then Maddie, but I'm pretty sure Dee beat Maddie on Total Madness. I just couldn't remember who else beat her because that was when she was edited out and we were like, oh, she had to win. She has to stay around.
All right, Angie.
I said my 40-year-old brain, Jenny and Cam.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. And Christina.
You guys are making me nervous. I said Nani and Maddie.
All right. The name of the answer was Davon and Jenny West. Were the two women.
Was Davon on War of the Worlds 1 then?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she beat her in a tug of war. And Dee was very excited to go up against Davon until Davon got her.
Do not count out Davon. Do not count her out.
Exactly. And I think this is the last the question. Only one season of the challenge has taken place in Australia. What season was it? And this is a travesty that we haven't had more seasons in Australia, in my opinion.
Man, I'm losing this round.
Only one season.
These location questions are. I'm not good at that.
Yeah, she did. All right. Does everybody have a guess?
All right, one down.
All right. Angie, you're up first. What did you put down?
I didn't want to just say I didn't know, so I guessed 30-30, but I really don't know.
Okay. Christina?
I put X's.
All right. That's a pretty good guess. All right. Jacob?
Fresh Meat 1. Long live Theo and Shonda. My favorite pair ever.
My other guess. I bet that's right.
Jacob is correct. It is Fresh Meat Season 12 was the only challenge to take place in Australia. They did have one in New Zealand, which was the Duel 2. But New Zealand isn't Australia, but that's the closest they ever went back to Australia.
Your questions are hard.
I'm sorry. Everybody's doing really well, though. Y'all are doing really well so far. Is this the wait? How many more questions are there? Oh no! Did anybody see that?
No.
Because we. What?
I wasn't paying close enough attention, dang it.
I didn't see enough. Probably still get it wrong.
Okay, name 2 players who made their challenge debut on Fresh Meat who would go on to win 3 or more championships, challenge championships.
3 or more. It's a big number.
Man, I wish I would have paid more attention. I have no idea. Win 3 or more.
I don't know why I did that.
That
was so bad.
Debut to win 3 or more championships.
There was 3 that I could name off the top of my head in total, so I'm sure there are 3.
Is this Fresh Meat 1 and 2 combined?
Technically 4, I guess. No, it is just Fresh Meat 1.
Oh.
So only Fresh Meat, since it took place in Australia.
Yeah,
and we're still in the Australia thing.
Wait, there's
but I
this
guess
many?
technically there's 4. I'll accept a 4th answer. Technically, if anybody writes it down.
Championships.
Man.
All right. Does everybody have an answer written down?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So if you think there's 4, then are we allowed to write down more than 2 names?
I will only accept 2 names. So make those 2 names count. As long as there's no, I'm not gonna. You can't write down like as many challengers as you can remember. Be like, is any of these 2 count? I will address that. All right. Let's get to the answers. Christina, you're at first. Who do you have?
I wrote Paula and Wes.
Okay. Jacob?
I wrote 3, but if you're only going to count 2, I put Kenny and Evan, and then also put Wes because I didn't know if All Stars wins counted.
All right, and Angie.
But I assume all wins count. I don't know.
I'm all the way wrong, and I think the answer I saw was wrong. I knew it wasn't Bananas, but he was the only person I knew that had more than 3, that had a lot of wins. I thought I saw Evelyn up there, but I guess I got that wrong. And then I guess Laurel.
All right.
And I feel like I should know this because Fresh Meat is my favorite season.
Oh, really? I didn't know that about you. That's cool.
It's the debut on Fresh Meat that that got me.
No. I had Kenny, Evan, and Evelyn, and then I was going to accept Wes because yes, he debuted on season 12. That was his first season. That was his rookie season. So he debuted on the challenge in season 12, and technically his All-Stars win does count. I will count it because he's being billed as a 3-time champion. So I have to.
Why am I blanking on what other season Evelyn won outside of the Island and Rivals?
Inferno 3 was also.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost wrote down Kenny, but I was thinking that he debuted earlier than that.
All right. Argentina. This is the final one, the final wrap up. These are the final 5 questions in round 1. And then we'll get to round 2, which is only 8 questions. And then the final round is only, the last round is only 5 questions. So it's not going to be as long as this one round. Trust me, it's not going to take that long. So if you're looking at the time, don't worry. So let's go to Argentina, where I'll say these are the hardest questions. Which challenger has had the most success when the challenge at some point goes to Argentina? So whether the challenge has been hosted in Argentina and I'm talking about the main series, just the main series in this question. So if they traveled to the finals in Argentina or the challenge has been hosted in Argentina, which challenger has had the most success when the challenge at some point goes to Argentina? All right. Looks like everybody has an answer right away. Let's go to Jacob first. What do you got?
The 7-time champ, Johnny Bananas.
All right. Angie.
I was thinking CT because he's won a lot recently, and they recently have been in Argentina.
Okay. Yeah. Christina.
I wrote Bananas.
It is indeed bananas. He got 2 of his wins there.
CT's more a Thailand guy.
Yeah, he
Okay.
is. He loves Thailand.
He has won 3 times in Thailand. Is that right? That's like the only location thing I know. It's not
Okay.
even relevant to this.
I'll take your word for it because I too am bad at locations, and this is not.
I'm pretty sure he did.
All right. What elimination game was played in all 4 spinoffs and season 38? Now, I know this is a bit of a shot in the dark since a lot of people have not seen the Challenge Argentina, but I will give. I mean, just think of an elimination that you've seen in at least 4. If you haven't seen Argentina, think of one that you've seen in the 4 and go for it.
Oh, who's the cat? Who's the kitty?
Her name's Blair. I just told her to say bye.
Oh,
Bye,
mine's
Blair.
outside my door meowing like crazy, but I'm not gonna let him in. But big cat
Yeah.
guy over here. Loved seeing
Yeah.
Blair.
Well, there are litter boxes in this room, so I couldn't like close them off. So
Let me. Oh well, that's not gonna work. All right, just take my word for it. All right, let's go to Angie. What elimination game was played in all 4 spinoffs and season 38?
I'm not sure if this is the official name, but Knots Up, where they're on the jungle gym in the rope.
Okay, Christina,
not so fast.
Jacob.
I think there might be 2 answers to this question, but I put Pato Brawl, which was the version of pole wrestle that they played.
Oh.
Okay. The answer that I have written down is not so fast.
It's my favorite elimination.
Same. It's the best one. It should always be the first one, which it was on all these and was very appropriate.
It should be on every season. Well, it wasn't the first one on season 38. Season 38, it was when
the spin-offs at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
So
you're
not so
right. I
fast.
wasn't thinking about Challenge USA. They did not do Pato Brawl on Challenge
They
USA.
did not do
Shit, that
Paddle
was
Brawl.
one thing.
Balls In came as a close second, but they have not played. Spoiler alert: they have not played it on the Challenge Argentina just yet. Also, Not So Fast is different in the translation that they name it, but it's still the same game. So I put Not So Fast. All right. 3 players who made the All-Star Season 1 finals didn't see an elimination. Name 2 of the 3 players. And this is what I think kicked off the kind of Argentina love from the Challenge production crew, as All Stars 1 took place solely in Argentina. Wait, now I'm confused. Oh, no. Don't you dare. All right. I love to double check. You never see like Mark Summers like double check his work during like Guts or whatever. So now I'm like going back over everything.
Well, I think to be fair, he's got someone in his ear double checking, maybe, in a full studio. It's not a one-man production over there. So
Wow. So technically, let me get this right. Technically, there's 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually 5 players that didn't see an elimination. Is that correct? All right, so I got this one completely wrong. So just write down 2 players out of those 5.
Since you got it wrong, can we write down a bonus one?
Sure. Go. Yes.
I don't know
And
if it's right, but I'm gonna get.
I will quickly double check everybody. I'm gonna write down these names. So, yeah, I got one completely went past me.
I'm gonna
Thank you to
star
the
the
chat.
bonus one.
Thank you, chat, for keeping me accountable, because there were a lot more people that did not see eliminate. Holy heck, man! What did these people do?
it was a kind of short season, so there wasn't a lot of rounds to go through.
Wow. There's even more. Holy heck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 players who made the finals.
Oh,
Holy
goodness.
my gosh. All right, so we'll just
How
skip
many
the
made the
last
final?
slide.
Only 8 people, like 7 out of 8, or 10
One,
people maybe.
There's people all the way down to 11th place. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 people that made it to the finals. How many people were on this cast?
Jeez.
1, 2, 3,
Like
4,
22?
22.
7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 people, 12 people made it to the finals, and 10 people didn't. So more people made it to the finals than didn't in that cast. Holy
That's how
heck.
it should
All
be.
right. All right. What does everybody have?
Okay,
since we're
can
going
I go
off
first?
anyways.
Can I
Yeah,
go
go ahead.
first?
Yes, go ahead.
Since I saw your screen, I had Jemmy, John A, and yes.
Yes, you already had that written down though. So I
did.
You got all three those correct. Jacob.
My first two I had right, John A and yes. When you said throw a third guess, I went with Darrell, and I guess I named the only person in that final who did see an elimination. So I feel like that's a win in my own book. It might not count as a point, but
Wait, who did you name?
I named Darrell, who was in that final, but maybe was one of the only people that saw an elimination and made the final. So
Okay, Angie.
Well, I'm bad with names. I guess Darrell, Ace, and John A, but I think I meant to say yes, but I thought his name was Ace.
Okay. Well, so I have Jemmy, John A, and yes. But when looking at the wiki article correctly, it was yes, Darrell, John A, Kellyanne, Jemmy, Ruthie, and Derek K, who was purged with Hizella right in the beginning. So there was a total of 7 players, and I want to get a shout out to chat who said Darrell, and I was like, yeah, I don't think Darrell did see an elimination, and he didn't. So thank you for before making me look absolutely stupid. I was able to salvage that question. So thank you, chat, for doing that. How many of the main season's finals have been in Argentina?
Wow. Okay.
I will not accept this answer, though. Too many. It has to be a number at least. This one I know I got correct, so don't need to. I'm going to stay away from All-Star Season 1 questions from now on, just in case. All right, Jacob, how many?
I went with 3, 25, 21, and 38. But there might be more.
Angie.
I used the reasoning of bananas winning 2, and I guess maybe one more, so I picked 3.
Okay. And Christina.
Okay. I went with 4.
I think that might
All right. And the answer is 4.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Christina.
Nice job.
So, fun fact, before this year and before last season, Argentina was only a finals destination, never was a host to an actual challenge season fully since 38. So that's why so many seasons have had. So with knowing that, how many total people have been crowned champs in Argentina? And this is counting everything.
Well, I'm glad I didn't just ask you
everything?
what the seasons were, because I'm guessing you wouldn't have told us quite yet because of this question now. Okay.
I still will not accept this answer. Too many. No.
When were they in Argentina again?
Having everybody do real math here. It's tough math. Tough stuff. I'll be honest, I was surprised by this number. But we shall get to it. I love all the guesses. I love seeing everybody guess in the chat. This is so much fun. All right. If everybody has a number, let's start with Angie. What'd you put?
Okay. I really had to put thought into this, and I kind of reasoned my way to this number, and I hope it's not too low, but I picked 4 because you gave us a hint with Tori and Devin. That's 2. Bananas 1, 2, and I feel like they were solo wins, and I feel like we've had a lot of solo wins, so I just guessed 4.
Okay.
But I could be off. I'm probably way off.
Okay. Christina.
Okay, well, I am going the opposite direction of you, and this is counting the spin-offs, I'm hoping, because I put 15 because I counted those.
Oh,
okay.
We're counting spin-offs.
And Jacob.
Dang, I forgot about the spinoffs. I said 9 and was trying to do some maths of the season, that the 3 seasons I knew, and I couldn't remember the 4th. I did not think about the spinoffs. So Christina's got to be the closest, if not correct.
Christina is the closest, but sadly, she also lowballed the number.
My second guess, well, my original guess, I changed it to 15 from 17, if that makes a difference.
Ooh, even closer, but it's still wrong. It's 19 total. Wow. So 10 from the main season, 8 from the Global Champion spinoffs, and 1 All-Stars, which was yes. From the main season, oops, that's not the right tab. From the main season, you got Devin and Tori. You have, oh man, now I gotta look through this. Jordan and Camilla from Dirty 30.
Oh, that's the one I was missing. Okay.
And then you had Evelyn, Paula, Johnny, and Duckworth. So that was 4 right there. And there was a few others, I think.
Free Agents was also Bananas and Laurel.
Bananas and Laurel, yeah.
Yeah, those are the 4 seasons.
So, yeah. All right. There's a lot. And that is it for game 1. After game 1, we have Jacob in the lead with 18 total points, which is a pretty solid out of the 20 questions that we went over. We have Christina in second place with 14 total points, and Angie with, I think that's 12. So it's still relatively close. Congratulations. Now we'll go into the second game, which I'm actually very excited to do. This is going to be a visual game. And, I have a script for this very exact reason, so I don't screw up. Game number 2 is called It's Morphin' Time. I will present a picture where I have taken 3 people and morphed them into one picture. You have to tell me which 3 challengers are morphed together in the picture. Now, this is big. All pictures are from the World Championship cast photos from MTV. So it's not like a billion different people, 100 different people. It's 26 people, since we only have 26 cast photos. So,
Darrell's old hairstyle will not be involved, is what you're saying, which is a shame. But I get it. Okay,
yeah, no.
Got it. Age appropriate, present day.
Now, if you can't get all 3 players, that's okay. You'll get points for how many people you name correctly in the picture. So if you guess 1 person correctly, you get 1 point. If you guess 2 people correctly, you get 2 points. If you guess 3 people correctly, you'll get 3 points. And then you can also get a bonus point if you get all 3 players correct and tell me who is in what picture, or who is in what the picture is. Like, who's the hair, who's the eyes, and all that other stuff. We have 8 pictures in total. So is everybody ready?
Yes.
I think so. I hope so.
All right. I'm excited for this one. I made these myself. I didn't use anything. I used Photoshop and my own brain. So some of these are terrible, and some of these I'm actually very excited to show off. So here's the first picture. Who is this?
Okay.
Whoa. Who is in this picture? really getting people either going to enjoy this game or it's going to be something in your nightmares later on. I love this. Remember, world champion, and I guess I can preference this by saying that if it's a man, they're all men. All three are men. There's no like men and women. So there's women and then there's men. There's 4 men pictures of 4 women pictures.
I really don't know about I'm just staring into the eyes of these people. I never really wanted to stare in the eyes of any challenger, let alone an amalgamation of challengers. So this is interesting thus far.
Yeah, this is definitely not like a challenge game. This is more of like a Big Brother-esque game where they morph. And I'll be honest, I'm the worst at this game when Big Brother was playing. And I could pause the TV screen and I never got it correct.
Are these spinoffs too?
Yes, these are all from the World Championship. So these are all the cast photos from the World Championship.
And you said bonus points if we like put what part of them it is?
Yes. Like which place is what? Like what body parts are from whom? Ugh, this sounds weird. This is my favorite game for multiple reasons. If I was playing this would be a nightmare, but I love seeing everybody guess in the chat. All right. Does everybody have some names written down?
Mm-hmm.
You good, Angie?
Yeah, but I know I'm wrong. But it's the best I can get.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So let's go to Christina. Who do you have written down?
I have Rodrigo, Grant, and Bananas.
Okay. All right. Jacob.
I've got Bananas' hair, Grant's eyes, and Jordan's chin.
Oh, I meant to
put
Bananas, Grant, Jordan.
All right. And Angie.
I just put Bananas' face. I know you told us it was all men, but I can't get past the KC pose. And that's all I can see.
I had Casey written down until he said it was all male. So I was with you there,
get
Angie.
past it. I was like, I don't know
what. Yeah.
All right. So I don't have like an addition. You just got to take my word for it. It's Bananas' hair and eyes. It's Grant's mouth. And then it's Jordan's body.
Oh,
no, that's Jordan.
Nice.
Okay.
Got it right.
So,
even though I thought they were different parts.
Yes. I did give you 3 points. I couldn't give you the bonus point for the Jordan's chin, but it was very, very close. That was really, really good.
Are you able to tell us if it will be the same like face, chin, body for all of them, or is it a mystery every time? What's what?
It's different.
Yeah,
sometimes different
mystery.
sometimes.
Love it.
All right, let's move on to face number 2. Boom. This one is real, like. You know what this one reminds me of? It reminds me of Batman 1989, where the woman has to wear the mask because she's with Joker. But yeah, this one, yeah. Who is in this picture? Maybe, can I do this? Does that mess up anything for any? Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
A little scarier, but
I'm trying to do a jump scare for everybody. Okay, I didn't close anything.
And they're all 3 people, right? 3?
Yes. It's always a combination of 3.
Always 3. Okay.
All right, if everybody's ready, Jacob, who do you see?
I got Kiki, who's an icon. I can't say Kiki without saying that she's an icon because she is. And Amber and Kelly Ann.
All right. Angie.
I had somewhat the same. I knew that was Amber B's eyes and bun. I saw Kiki in the lips, but overall I see Ashley Mitchell, and I know that's all wrong. But
All right. That's really good though. Christina, who do you see?
I put it was Amber, her eyes, Claudia, and Kiki.
I can say that again, Jacob got it all correct. Everybody got Amber. Everybody got Kiki because I had to give the defining trait of her face. And then that's Kelly Ann on the bottom with the neck and the body. So
Love it. Love it.
yes.
I also see a little Ashley Mitchell there, and I also wish Ashley Mitchell was
there.
on the World Championship cast. So
Definitely should be. I totally agree.
All right, everybody. Who do we see? Some of these players lined up really well, and some of these players did not line up very well. This is kind of like
this one, like, you could trick me into thinking this is a one person if I looked at it really fast, I think.
Until you're looking at it and going like, okay, well, maybe the mouth doesn't line up. But yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is art. This is my Picasso. All right.
I'm struggling to remember who's in this cast right now. All right, we're good.
All right. Does everybody have some names written down? All right, Angie, who do you see? Who's in this photo?
I actually feel confident about this one, so I'm hoping I'm right. I see Troy at the top, Wes's beard, bottom face, and is that Yes's body?
Okay. We'll see. Christina?
I
Who do you see?
put Troy is the hair, Wes is beard, and Ben's body.
Man, it could be Ben.
That's it.
And Jacob. Who do you see?
I think Christina just nailed it. I had Troy and Wes as well, but then I went with Tristan. I had no idea on the body, but I feel like Ben's a pretty good guess. I think Christina might have
I think it is Ben.
So everybody got 2 points, except for Christina, who got 4 total points. It was Troy, Wes, and Ben. Yeah.
Yes.
Nicely
No
done.
sleeves. So yeah.
Ben.
That was really, really good. A lot of people do. Let's move on. This one's a travesty. Not my favorite. I kind of phoned it in on this one. Who's in this picture? Not my greatest work. It was really difficult at certain points.
Is it not your greatest, or is it your actual greatest? I don't know. I could look at it either way.
Aura says cursed. This person saying I'm ashamed. This is rough. Okay, let's all relax, everybody. It's not my best, but it's not that bad. I think the next one is my favorite out of everyone I made. So we just got to get through this one, and then we'll be good.
Who's got pigtails? Who's got the braids?
That's what I'm trying to figure. I think too. I'm trying to go through all the people who's on this cast. We literally break down the cast on our podcast, so I'm like, how do I not know this?
Yeah, I did the cast breakdown podcast literally yesterday, 20 hours ago now. This shouldn't be that hard to remember who's on it. And
okay, well, you've done it way more recently than me.
Totally liking.
We did ours on Departure, so. Oh, God.
All right, we'll just throw some guesses down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're quaking on this picture. I think they have way more on me. I get it, everybody. I get it. It's not the best. All right. We don't
Can
have
you zoom in
to
on that
roast me here.
necklace? I feel like that necklace might be a clue if you zoom in all the way there. Is that cheating? Oh, no, you can't quite read it. Okay.
Looks like a horseshoe. Oh, you're talking about the words here. Yeah, you can't really see
Yeah, that looks
it.
like a name. Kara's not there. I don't know who else rides horses.
It also looks like it gets cut off maybe from a green screen, like the reflection, because this part doesn't even seem like it's connected. Like some of it doesn't even seem connected. So I wonder if like some of it's missing because of the green screen key out.
Yeah.
That's right, everybody. I know terms. Keying is fun. All right. Let's move on to, I think we're back at Christina. Who do you see in this picture?
All guesses. I see Emily, Sophia, and Zara.
All right. Jacob?
So I'm confident on Kaz is the face, and then I got Zara for the hair and Tori for the body. Those were pretty big guesses.
All right. And Angie.
Just for the fun of it, I said this looks like Tina, Rachel, and Veronica from All Stars 4.
It totally looks like Tina.
That's really good.
I love that.
Definitely her hairstyle. So I can say that it was Kaz because I do use Kaz's whole face. I couldn't get it. I don't know why. But Dabu does get it completely correct. It was Emily, Kaz, and Sarah. Sarah was the braids and the hair and the head.
I couldn't remember
But Emily is the body. That one was very tricky because there's no real divining features except for the necklace on the bottom for Emily. So let's move on to the next one. Who do we see here? All right. Does everybody have names written down? All right, Jacob. Who do you see in this picture?
I think we got Yes up top, Darrell in the chin, and Nelson's body.
All right, Angie.
Agreed. I think I made up for last round. Yes, top, Darrell, bottom, Nelson's tats.
All right, and Christina.
Darrell, Theo, and Yes is what I put.
What about Theo?
It was Darrell. It was Nelson, and it was Yes.
Nice.
So I gave 4 points to Angie and Jacob on that one, and 2 points to Christina. Yeah, this one like flowed together so well. So this one actually looks like a good face morph, in my opinion. And at least the last one was really,
and
really
all
rough.
Distinct features too. The Nelson's tattoos to some degree, and Darrell's goatee is a very distinct. You know, everyone knows Darrell's goatee. So, oh my
all
goodness,
right,
here we go.
Who do we see here?
Okay.
Are any of them repeated?
No, none of them are repeated. I wasn't going to give up that information until somebody asked.
Good question.
But none of them repeat. I wanted to give everybody a time in the sunlight and be morphed. All right. We are coming up to who do we think is in this photo?
I think I'm still wrong.
Her hair is majestic. Yeah, I wanted to keep the hair in the photo for sure. All right. Jacob, who do you see in this photo?
I feel good about 2 of these 3. I got Casey's body and Janae's hair, and then I'm going with Jody for the face, but I don't feel as confident about that part.
Okay. Christina.
I went Janae with the hair, Claudia for the eyes, and Casey for the body.
All right. And Angie.
I also said Johnny for the hair, KC with the tats, but I see Olivia in the face, and I know she's not there.
I can say that Jacob got it completely correct. It was Jody with the eyes, which her and Johnny's smile matched up perfectly. So I wanted to feature them together. And then it's Casey's body with the tattoos.
Christina, have you seen Challenge Argentina? You seem to be the only one who knows who any of those folks are.
No, I don't. Okay. But I know that there are people on the show, and they have to come up sometime.
At some point.
Yeah, and I've seen like pictures of them, but I wish I would have like looked at the cast pictures better, because that would have helped me in this.
Yeah. I actually think that their season wraps up Tuesday, like right before the World Championships actually premiere, because they've been cutting everything in half. So every odd episode has a daily challenge, and all the even episodes have eliminations,
like old school style.
Yeah, well, they're getting great ratings, so they want to let this cast go. They want this season to last forever.
Well, at least one of them worked then. That's nice to hear. And I think it comes out on Paramount Plus for us in the States in like 3 or 4 weeks. They announced the day. It's like 3 weeks or so into World Championships, but we will get to watch it. So I'm excited for that whenever it shows up.
Someday we will watch it. But for now, we have to guess who is in this picture.
Oh, man. Okay.
The last picture looked like Queen Elizabeth with long black hair. What? I don't know about that. Ribbon on my shirt. Yeah, the bodies are the hardest. Towards the more later ones that I'm showing now, I started putting in more defining features. I love how people are like 1, 2, and I have no idea what the third one is. But here we go. Let's get into it. Angie, who's in this picture?
I know that's Danny's hair. I want to say that's Theo's scorpion tattoo, and I just can't figure out a third.
All right. Christina?
I put Danny's hair, Theo's eyes, and Nathan's body.
Oh.
And Jacob?
I got the same as Christina, though I didn't know which would be which, but I knew that was Danny's hair, and then I thought Theo and Nathan were the other two, so...
All right, so it is pretty much Danny's whole head, because that's his smile as well. It's Theo's eyes, and it's Nathan's body. He has the scorpion tattoo on him, which I did not know from just watching the Challenge UK, but I thought that was a pretty defining feature and stuck out if you kind of looked at some of the cast photos for quite a while. Better than just a long black t-shirt somebody is wearing. So that was really, really good. Congratulations, Christina, getting all 4 points. And the final one.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Who's in this picture?
Huh.
All right. Everybody got an answer? Here we go.
Yeah.
Christina, who is in this picture?
I have Naya's hair, Justine's lips, and Claudia's body.
All right. Jacob.
I got Naya's hair and Zara, aka Zaza's body, and then I couldn't figure out the lips, so I said someone from Argentina that I didn't know yet. But I think Justine might be the one there.
All right. And Angie.
I have Justine's face, Naya's hair, and I could not figure out the body.
All right. It is
But
indeed.
disclaimer, I do my video tomorrow. My cast assessment is tomorrow, so I didn't do my homework. I should have looked at all the pictures.
It's all good. So in this one, we have Naya. Up at the top, we have Justine's mouth, and then we have Zara in the body. So that is 3 games down, one last one to go. And with this game, this last game, it is going to be a different style of game where instead of writing down anything, y'all are just going to try to guess it first. But I'm going to tell you it after I give you the points total. In third place, we have Angie with 27 total points. In second place, we have Christina with 33 total points. And in first, we have Jacob with 40 points. So it's still relatively close. Here we go. Let's go into our third and final game, which is called Great Deduction. In this game, I want you to tell me a season based off the hints I give you. I will give a total of 5 hints ranging from saying players' names, eliminations, and or host name. Really, it's going to be like 3 people. The fewer the hints you use in guessing a season correctly, the more points you get. So if you guess the season on 1 hint, which is incredible, you get 5 total points. If you guess the season in 2 hints, you get 4 total points. 3 hints, you get 3 points. 4 hints, you get 2 points. All the way up to, if I say all 5 hints, the person who guesses it correctly will get 1 point. There is no penalty for a wrong answer, but you only get 1 guess, so make it count. This is only because I was going to have you guys write the answer and say I locked in with 2 hints, but I can't keep an eye on everybody unless we do the honor system, which we can do if everybody wants to do that, or if we just want to say it out loud and we can just go on with it. Go ahead.
Okay. So just say like the answer out loud or just like, I don't know.
You can say
like buzz in, raise the hand. Yeah.
Okay. Raise the hand.
We can raise a hand. Yeah, we can raise a hand. Hopefully nobody's nobody's lagging here. So let's get into Great Deduction. The first question, the first season that I'm asking you is that it's a season that TJ hosted. Does anybody want to guess for 5 points what season I am asking about.
I mean, I really do, but I'm not gonna. It's tempting, though. Tempting.
Right? It's pretty tempting. I mean, you are winning. So, I mean, you could.
I don't know.
Nobody going to take a guess? All right, let's go on to slide 2. Hint number 2, TJ and Cara Maria.
Okay.
Narrowed it down to about 14 or so seasons.
Yeah. I think they overlapped 100%. Yep.
All right.
All the
Third
kitties back.
slide.
She is.
Ashley Mitchell. Nobody has a guess? All right, we'll go to the fourth hint. Pauly. All right, Christina.
War of the Worlds 2.
That is incorrect. Jacob.
Final Reckoning.
It's indeed Final Reckoning.
Polly really wild out that season, so.
Good job, everybody who got it. Yeah.
There were only
that
two answers possible after we got to Polly, so dang it.
Three. Well, three. Not counting the one you had said, though. Final Reckoning, War of the Worlds 1 and 2.
Ashley? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Was Ashley on all
No,
three of those?
Ashley
I
was
guess you're
on. It was the good revenge that Hunter had on her getting her out the first elimination when he was with Georgia. You're right.
Not quite $500,000 worth of revenge, but still probably felt good.
Yeah. It was a great beginning to the season, I thought.
Yeah.
All right. Next season. Bananas. Anybody would like to guess on a season that I'm talking about with bananas in it?
Are we allowed to ask, is this only flagship seasons, or are we counting any of the spinoff that shall not be named in this household? Champs or stars?
Everything's
they don't exist
everything's
to
up
me.
for grabs.
Okay.
Everything's up for grabs.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
but it's mainly flagship shows that I have here. So nobody wants to take a bananas? Natalia is not liking this. Can't guess just off of bananas. All right, what about bananas and Leroy? All right, Jacob.
Why not? Battle of the X's 2. Leroy sided with Wes after bananas left. They were both very prominent.
That is not correct. It's not Battle of the X's 2. So now it's up to Angie and Christina. Would anybody like to take another guess? All right, let's move on to the next hint. Balls in. This is a season with balls in. No guesses? All right. Let's go on to the next hint. Jemmy. Jemmy was here as well on this season that I'm talking about. Would anybody like to take a guess?
We're only allowed one guess, right?
Only one guess.
Well, I wrote my answer down, just my new answer down, just to see after the ball's in one. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Final hint. LaToya.
Hey, I don't
Angie. What?
This was my guess the whole time. So is it Dirty 30?
It is not Dirty 30. Christina, do you have a guess?
Okay, if it's not Dirty 30, I'm going to guess Battle of the Seasons.
It is not Battle of the Seasons. It is not Dirty
Free
30.
Agents.
It is Free Agents.
Dang.
I should have waited one more.
It is Free Agents. Congratulations to people who are getting in the chat.
For some
love-
reason,
I-
I was thinking the Jemmy I was thinking she wasn't on that season for some reason.
She
That's
went
what
out
got me.
right away to LaToya in Balls In, and it was one of the better Balls In the history of the show.
Gotcha.
great.
But yeah, I didn't think she was on that season. That's what got me. I was thinking Free Agents though too, but that's what got me.
Yeah, LaToya was on, I think, 4 total seasons, but she was on Invasion, Dirty 30, and Free Agents as well. So,
Wasn't she on
Yeah.
Battle of the Seasons?
LaToya?
Yeah,
I don't think
seasons
so.
too.
Free Agents was a rookie, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
All right, Anissa. Anybody want to guess a season that I'm talking about with Anissa in it?
Not out loud, but I wrote one down.
All right. How about Anissa and Rachel Robinson?
Good thing I didn't say it out loud.
All right. I'll move on to the next hint if nobody has anything. Anissa, Rachel Robinson, and DM. Jacob.
I'm going with. There's a couple options, but I'm going with Battle of the X's.
It is not Battle of the X's. Good guess, though. Angie, Christina?
I was gonna say Ruins.
Do you still want to say Ruins?
I'll say Ruins.
It is not the Ruins. Angie, do you want another hint or do you want to guess?
I have a guess in my mind. Is it one of the rivals?
I need a definitive guess. I can't
couldn't
say
tell
yes
you
or no.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have no clue which number.
Okay, do you
2.
want to guess or do you want another one?
Another one won't help. I don't know the number, but I guess Rivals 2.
Okay, it is not Rivals 2. There's a lot of people that got it in the chat, though. It is Duel 2. It is Duel 2.
Gotta stop guessing so early.
Once it got to Landon, I knew it was
Elevator, because that was a big elimination that season. I should have waited.
Duel 2. Congratulations, everybody, for getting it. Because that one, I think, was the hardest one. All right. CT. Next season. CT. 19 seasons.
One out.
Got 1 in 19 shot. If you would like to guess what happened in the elevator, it's an elimination that season. Nothing happened in an elevator that season. More so, what happened in a bedroom with Adam and CT. More so on that one. But if everybody wants to go on, CT and Zach. A season that CT and Zach were in together. Does anybody have a guess? All right. CT, Zach, and Corey. Nothing? All right. Let's go on to the next slide. CT, Zach, Corey, and Dario. Christina.
Invasion of the Champions.
It's sadly not Invasion of the Champions.
Ooh. I'll see one more.
All right. We'll go to the next one. Nicole Ramos. Jacob.
Dirty 30?
It's not Dirty 30.
Okay.
Angie?
Brain freeze. Do we have any spelling? We haven't spelled anything.
No, there is no spelling. Would you like to take a guess?
Spies, Lies, Allies.
No, it's
Sadly, that
rivals.
is not correct.
No.
This is a trick question. It's bloodlines.
Bloodlines.
It's technically
How was
CT and
CT?
Zach. They came in as mercenaries on the season.
Oh.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Who
Got
was
us
Zach's-
there.
Who
Got
was
us
Zach's bloodline?
The CT and Zach came in as mercenaries to face off against cousin Jamie and brother Mike.
No, I know, but who was Zach's bloodline? Because I know CT brought in DM's sister.
Well, he came in as a training / like helper on one daily, but then there was an elimination where they had to play a pole wrestle through a couple of walls, and it was CT and Zach as mercenaries.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right, final one. Wes.
Has anyone scored any points in this game so far?
You did.
Okay, well then I have a guess.
Okay. What's your guess?
The duel.
It is not the duel, so mark that off.
Damn it.
Hey, everybody! I'm just trying to keep everybody on their toes. All right,
Yeah.
don't do this. This was supposed to be
This
fun.
is hard.
This one is
Well,
pretty
because
hard.
even like I had like the first 4 right, but then on twice I had the first 4 right, and then I had the wrong season because of the last one.
All right, we have Wes and Darrell.
Okay.
Does anybody have a guess?
All Stars 3.
For 4 points, Angie gets All Stars 3.
Wow! All right.
Wait,
Wait, you said All
it's All Stars 1.
Oh, it's All Stars 1. Dang it! It is All
Stars
Stars
wasn't
1.
on 1.
Wait,
was it?
Brad was.
On 3.
Yes, 1.
Yeah, this is All Stars 3. Wes wasn't on that first one. Neither was
Dang
Brad.
it! It was All Stars 1.
Wait, no.
But it wasn't All Stars 1 because Wes wasn't on that.
And
Oh,
neither
it was All
Brad.
Stars 3.
That one.
Yeah. Angie's right. You're.
But
you're-
Yeah.
Oh,
My
wait, but
my
yes
slide
was
is
on.
wrong. My
Yeah.
slide is wrong. My slide is wrong. I was correct. Angie was correct. I was correct in her thinking, and my slide is completely wrong. Again, I'm gonna stay away from All Stars 1 completely,
Trips you up.
because it's tripped me up twice this night. So yes, everybody. Angie just got 4 points.
I needed 4
it-
points.
And I'll be honest, I was really trying to get everybody to say Ruins on this, as of the first 4 names were going to be Ruins, but it was All Stars 3, not All Stars 1. Don't look at the idiot who made these slides, me. But congratulations, Angie, for getting that. I mean, that was incredible.
That was good.
That was incredible, yeah. And I was
Those
a
points.
complete dunce on that last one. But congratulations, Angie. All right, that was the final game. That was it.
Love it.
And so
Jacob
Here we go.
gets to keep his historian title.
He gets to keep his shirt.
All right, I don't have to take my shirt off. That's a big relief. Really didn't want to have to do that. Didn't want to have to go to the post office. So good things here. Love it.
all right, so the final count. We have Angie taking home bronze with 30 total points. Congratulations. Christina, you take home second, silver, with 33 total points. And Jacob goes home with 42 total points and his own sweater. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Jacob, on your win, do you have anything to say? Do you want to give a victory speech?
I can't come up with any good Nelsonisms right now, which I feel like would be the appropriate thing to throw out there. So I'll just say that I'm honored to have been here with all of these wonderful folks. And for the time being, I'm going to keep my claim to that challenge record books go through me. And it's a completely made up claim, but I'm going to hold on to it. And I'm going to use this as justification.
There you go. Just tell everybody to watch this 1 hour and like almost 2 hour video to be like,
Yeah.
I earned it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to everyone for being here. Thank you to Christina from the Reality Served Real podcast. what do you have going on? Do you want to plug your podcast? Let everybody know what you're doing over there and hanging out.
Yeah, so over on the Reality Served Real podcast, we talk about pretty much all things reality TV. I mean, if between the three of us, we're watching everything right now. The global will be a focus. The most recent podcast we dropped, we talked about the reunion. We talked about Australia. We talked about The Bachelor. We talked about Perfect Match that's on Netflix. So we just kind of hit whatever we can what we're watching. When The Circle was on, we talked about that. So yeah, we just talk about reality TV, and then at the end we always give like just a little update on what we have going in our life too. So it's just like kind of adds like kind of a real aspect to it too.
Yeah, I was going through your catalog before, like seeing all the different shows that you cover, and I was quite surprised with how much you guys cover through your whole podcast. I mean, sometimes people will just be like, I'll pick this show and then focus on it. I mean, you guys cover everything. Yeah. So I was very impressed.
Survivor will start doing next week. I mean, obviously it just aired on Wednesday, so yeah. And then also we run fantasy leagues. So if you want to play the Challenge Fantasy League, Survivor Fantasy League, Big Brother Fantasy League, we have the Bachelor Fantasy League, we have fantasy leagues for all of those whenever those come up, and we give prizes for first and second place. So yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. You should definitely play fantasy if you haven't.
That's awesome. Is there a website that people can go and check this out?
So it's through Real TV Fantasy. So there's a website and an app that you can do. You can find it, but if you, I guess, just go to our Twitter right now at RSR Podcast, then you can find the links to our specific fantasy leagues, because there's like a different like link or code to get into like each specific league. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's like one of the most fun things that I think I love doing it.
That's awesome.
Is there still time to get in a World Championship Fantasy League?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And honestly, if you want to get in Survivor too, it just started Wednesday. All you're missing out on is week 1 points. So if you watch the episode, then I mean, you probably won't win, but you'll still have fun and like end up probably somewhere in the middle, because you'll get to see who's getting screen time, you know?
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
So you're not like too far behind.
How am I catching strays here? I mean, I know I have nothing else to do but go to bed after this, but everybody else has lives to lead, and I don't want to be having them here for 3 hours. Angie, thank you so much for being here. What do you have going over on your YouTube channel? Because I see you're live like so often. You're going live like
3 or 4 days a week, but I like to go live over pre-recorded. But thanks for telling me about that fantasy app. I'm going to check that out, because I feel like that's more structured than trying to do it on your own. But can I say my Toryism?
Okay. Yeah, this is your time. Do whatever you want.
Tori said you can still be a champ without winning. So I still feel like a champ tonight.
There you go. She also went.
Yes.
She also did that by saying facts.
But no. Definitely check out my YouTube channel, Kiss My Cheeks TV. I love competition reality shows, Survivor, The Challenge, Big Brother. I love the Netflix shows. I love the love shows. So I'm always talking about something. I usually just give my 2 cents on it. And I also do the Bravo shows as well. But
Angela, we need to talk. It sounds like we cover a lot of the same stuff. We do a lot of love shows, competition shows, all that too. So actually, I think
Netflix is starting to get the formula right. Like a lot of shows is kind of okay. We have 20 years of that. Netflix is giving us something new with Love is Blind, Perfect Match, The Ultimatum. So I'm into Netflix and their shows right now too.
The Circle. Love The Circle.
Oh, I love The Circle. And I don't know what Peacock is doing, but I love Traders. That's my new favorite one.
I got renewed for season 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Angie, you said you cover the Bravo shows. Do you have do you cover Vanderpump? Do you have a quick comment on the breaking news in the last 48 hours?
No, Bravo is mostly Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Potomac, and I'm kind of slowing down on those because most people really like the competition shows, and Bravo, I'm just on there running my mouth, but I love the competition.
I don't personally watch Vanderpump, but both of my co-hosts do. And so I think we actually might do like a breaking news episode tomorrow about all the drama that's going on.
Yeah, seems like a lot's going down, and I don't watch that show, but I was blown away, but I did see on Twitter today that the season had ended, and because of this new stuff, they just like sent the camera crew back out and were like, extend the season, like we're gonna film for a little longer, which all reality shows should do that. They should be very adept at like, is something interesting happening? Go back, like go cover that. So love seeing that.
So as the only person, it sounds like, who watches Vanderpump Rules, I'm totally in the dark and have no idea what's going on. So I have to go check that out. I've just been fully invested in the challenge and Cara Maria for the past like multiple months. So I gotta expand my horizons.
Twitter went crazy.
All you have to do is open up Twitter and you see Pump Rules up and down.
One cast member cheated on another cast member with a cast member.
All right, sweet deal. Let's go. Oh no, not Sandoval. Okay, I'm too much into it. Jacob, as the winner, you will get the last say. What do you have going over on your channel? Plug anything that you want. Also, again, congratulations to winning. What do you got over at your The Challenge Historian YouTube channel and podcast?
Yeah, so it's obviously by the name, very almost exclusively challenge focused, and it's a little more on the audio podcast side, although I do put most of them up on YouTube, but it's just me sitting in this exact same chair just talking. So eventually one day I aspire to walk in your world, Drew, of nice edited content, but I don't know how to do the editing yet. I'm still learning that part. So just mostly audio for now, covering challenge as it airs, which there's thankfully been a lot recently. We just did UK and Australia, binged them, put all the recaps out, getting ready for the Challenge World Championships. I spent last year doing the first 20 seasons of the Challenge. I did a full rewatched the entire thing and did like a 3-hour long podcast about each season in depth. So if anyone's a fan of the OG seasons, can go listen to that. We will hopefully resume that series sometime this year, but it was a lot of hours every week to do one podcast. So it's kind of on the back burner right now. And then, so everything can be found Challenge Historian. If you want to talk challenge, hit me up on Instagram. Best place to get in touch with me. And the only other side thing is I do love and cover Survivor, just not on my own podcast. I cover Survivor with my good friend Paige at Most Likely To podcast. Plenty of people in the reality space know her. So covering Survivor with her on Saturdays. Otherwise, all challenge every day that there is anything challenge related to talk about on the Challenge Historian feed.
Sweet deal. Sweet deal. Before we go, I just want to ask everybody's like hype level for the Challenge World Championship, since it's coming up very soon, out of a scale of like 1 to, let's say 1 to 5. 5 being like this is like you're super looking forward to this season, or 1, you're not looking forward to the season at all. Where does everybody stand? Let's go to Angie. Where do you stand with the your hype meter?
Because I'm like an extreme challenge fan, I'm always at a 5 at the beginning of every season. So I'm at a 5, but I felt like the concept of what they were doing was false advertising. Like I didn't expect to see any MTV people on this global thing. I expected it to be all the global winners and cast. So I feel like I'm going to end up a 3 because I feel like we're going to fall into the same alliances from MTV and not fresh gameplay from these people that played on the spinoffs. So right now I'm a 5, but I have a feeling I'll slide to a 3 in about 3 weeks.
All right. That's very I totally agree with you. I mean, I'm always at a 5, but then I always have to like try to rein it in. because then we're 22 weeks deep, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just
But
get
I'm
it
at a 5 for
done?
Theo. I'm so happy to see Theo back.
Mhm.
I'm so happy to see Naya. So it's people I'm really, really excited to see back. So I might stay at a 5, depending on if some of my faves last long.
Wait, is this on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10?
Yes.
Okay.
1 to 5. 1 to 5.
Okay.
5 being at the absolute hype. I will say that what's going for it is that there's only 12 episodes so far for it. So
Oh.
that's awesome. Christina, where's your hype meter at?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm just honestly like so excited for All Stars 4 right now that made me a little less hyped for Global. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay, I think that's still very high, but yeah, All Stars 4 news was so like incredible. Like it took everybody by storm. So yeah,
like I'm like a 6 when it comes to All Stars 4.
I think that's just All Stars in general. All Star series is like by far some of the best challenge content we've had in years, in my opinion. So I definitely am looking forward to that. Jacob, 1 to 5.
I wanted desperately to be at a 5. I do think they can redeem what has otherwise been a little bit of a failure of a concept. Although I liked hearing from you that Argentina is like crushing and actually like infiltrating a new market, which was their whole goal and did not work in Australia and UK. So glad it's working in Argentina. But I'm probably at a 4, and I could have been at a 5 if they would have casted it correctly. If Ashley and Kara would have got some invites, if as much as I love them, like not everyone fits the billing of the champion of the champions and the best of the best, which, is, I love them, but they just don't quite fit that. It feels a little All Stars 1. When the first trailer for All Stars 1 ever came out, it was like they build it in the first marketing as like, who's the best player of all time. And then they quickly changed it to like, no, it's just people you like. It's just All Stars. It was like, okay, that's correct. That's what this cast is. It's not just the best players or the most, accomplished. So I'm at a 4. I wish I was at a 5, but I'm holding out hope that it can definitely end this big year-long saga on a high note. Especially because, again, for the two of you and anyone else watching that haven't finished Challenge UK, I'm just all in on, while they let me down by not having Connor from Challenge Australia, the MVP of Challenge Australia, they do have Nathan, and Nathan is the best cast member in a long time in challenge history in my books. And so I'm just so excited to watch him again. And most of the cast is still pretty awesome. So a 4 for now.
Sweet deal. I think we're all pretty hyped about it. So I'm looking forward to it. But we'll have to wait till Wednesday. I want to thank everybody here again for being here on Challenge Trivia Game Night. I hope everybody had fun. I hope I didn't it wasn't too hard. I know that last game was a little bit difficult. I'm gonna change it up again. But thank you everybody for being here. Please, everybody who is still in the chat, go check out all these creators at the Reality Served Real podcast on all podcasting platforms everywhere. Kiss My Cheeks TV on YouTube here, as well as the Challenge Historian on both YouTube and podcast platforms at the Challenge Historian. And he also covers Survivor with Paige from the Most Likely To podcast. So please go check out all of them. If you haven't heard from them, please go check them out. They do incredible work everywhere that they are at. And thank you again. This was really, really fun for me, at least. So thank you so much.
It was a blast.
And
all right.
I know that you won, but you didn't you beat us by a lot, but I thought it was going to be worse than what it was.
I'll take it. Room to improve. I'll be studying up before the hopeful eventual Tournament of Champions. I do want a shot at Karina, so
yes,
that'll be fun for you.
Yeah.
This will be fun, and I've already got some people in mind for Trivia Game Night number 3. I've already had somebody say they would love to do it, and so I'm very excited for them to come around. So hoping to get that out by the summertime. But for now, let's say another applause for all the contestants, as well as our new champion here for Game Night Trivia 2, Jacob. I hope everybody has a great rest of the night, a great rest of your weekend. And thank you. Oh, one last thing, because I want to just, because I do this with everything. Sorry if I'm keeping everybody really quickly. I have to say, because it is just to say thank you to all the patrons who support me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. I really, really appreciate it for all the support that everybody shows to me over there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Incredible content, Drew.
You allow me. Thank you. It really helps me out, especially when I'm taking really long on projects with the Cara Maria stuff. But thank you, everybody. And again, I hope everybody has a great rest of the night. Thank you again to everybody who was here. And I'll see y'all next time.
Bye.